The only way to enter a film is to let it enter you. But how do I enter an image that isn't mine? How do I hold a memory that I didn't capture? For the past 3 months, I have begun my exploration into videographic research by using Jean Cocteau's Orphée as a film to study as a media object. I used it for weekly exercises to stretch the itch in my brain. I've experimented with weekly exercises to stretch the itch in my brain that worked with this film as my conduit to enter the practice of videographic essay making. Essay that matched textual and audiovisual sense, which to me served practical sense. As sacred a piece as this my object was to study, its proximity to me exceeded beyond sensuality and into pure sensation. The more I worked with it, the more my viewership felt symbiotic. The film was imprinting itself into my psyche. Entering dreams through doors and reminding me mirrors aren't the same as screens, this film worked me as its object, as its recipient, as its body. I hold it as if my own memories, despite it not being my reality, despite my experience of it being a projection onto a projection. Such is the body of the film theorist. But this transplant of somatic experience from cinema into soul was never made so visible until the film theorist became the video essayist. It is he who becomes me, who gets to write and film in I statements, and write and film in conjunction. It is here I can exist alongside this film of choice I feel so inclined to call my film. I write, then speak my words, then hear them alongside my image, alongside his. So tangled up now that the only way through is between. To study Cocteau and his Orphic journey, I must complete my own trial of tribute. As I've used the same scenes and the same clips, some moments chisel their way into my long-term and personal memory. Eurydice's twinkle as she sleeps. The radio. In the train. Every frame a labor of love lived, and so each one I labored over, a thing to love with my life. I've been working with this film so deeply it feels like it runs on a reel behind my eyes, somewhere in the veins of my brain. My subject of choice, my object of affection, what has become my Orphée. My mingled body, à toi toujours, Jean. You've rewritten my face with your film. I've been adopting a new tongue, and so I've had death of the mouth. I've been hearing its words, becoming engraved on my lips like so, embracing sounds as more than bites and as kisses, and so I've had death of the ear. I've been tasting scents of thresholds leaving their mark, so too falls frozen the death of the nose. I've been castrated from the narrow scope of reality, and so I've had death of the eyes. All this nonsense too heavy to wear, so it settles in my hands, and I will keep it there.
La radio.
I've been purged of what I thought I felt. Thoughts that I could work with the film, this, him, without it becoming fragments and taking cemented holds of me. I've consumed this media object and must conceal my own subjectivity. as I swallow and grow marrow in the name of research purposes only. How could I say anything about him, this, the film, when I would be speaking, through my mouth born again, babbling in parables? My mouth speaking would be a refrain of the film's own voice. It has perverted my self-sense, reverted it to a time I never lived but remember somatically, inverted to a body memory lodged in my mind that I know somewhere isn't mine. Inverted image, a negative, a precursor that is extinct in its efflorescence. A double, but unknown, only because it came so before and is presented now and always to come, projected onto me.
Y êtes-vous? Répondez-moi, y êtes-vous?
J'y suis.
Alors en route. Remontez le temps. Il faut que ce qui a été ne soit plus.
Death of the mouth.
Death of the mouth.
Death of the ear.
Death of the ear.
Death of the nose.
Death of the
Death
nose.
of the eyes. Death of the eyes.
Death of the eyes.
Death of the nose. Death of the eye. Death of the mouth. Death of the eyes. Death of the mouth.
And I will keep it there.
This, my media, becomes mine, becomes me. My object is subjectified, its stolen memory, innocent dream, my images seen through reverie. How can a body hold realities it didn't live? How does mine hold on to this fantasy? Myth turned truth, come to light. Printed on stock, projected on pixels, I come to find this is the condition of the film. At risk, willingly to be consumed by the mind's orifices of emotion. And so the condition of the essayist is writing with a will to be subsumed by the artifact that is muse, then somehow a part of you, expelled once again, but only when it's purged through projection. Memory to film, to be shared and remembered. I have had death of the author. So from my hands I feel fall, I feel flow, the blood of the poet.